Time for another spot session video. This time we're going to a slightly more minor spot. I do kind of want to get more and more minor and kind of finer detail into the more unknown and kind of underused parts of the map. This one I think most people will at least be aware of. If you use the quick teleporter mod, it's called this small street plaza. It's kind of perfect for me because it's got a lot of chunky ledges, which allows a lot of grinds into manual combos and things like that. So yeah, I'm definitely curious about what I can do on this one. Go 360 into a grind. I'll be honest, I find a lot of the 360 into grind tricks, I don't know how to get specific tricks. It feels like luck most of the time. Like you keep trying until you get what you want. It doesn't seem like specific inputs make much of a difference. Maybe it's just me. Ooh, to a crooked. That was nice. Kind of like a pedal, like 270 to pedal or something like that. Ouch. Actually no, who's grinding directly on the sprocket? And because I don't have a sprocket guard, I'm sure that would have gone well. Trying to get, yeah, like an over to tooth, but because it's not really properly implemented in the game yet, it doesn't quite work. It's kind of the best you can get, I think. I don't know, as with a lot of things, if you keep going at it over and over, you kind of get there in the end. Yeah, what kind of crap. But still, the idea was there. Nice. Little bonk at the end. This is with all the assists off, because for the most part the assists will screw you up. I do like the spin assist for grinds to be on sometimes, doing like tech 180 stuff, because without, it can feel a bit random sometimes. Oh, interesting. Note when I did that I was holding RB and I flicked the stick up to the right, which actually lets you do diagonal hops. So you will notice... Actually, let's go to the replay before it disappears. I can maybe show what I did on the controller at the time as well. Do it in slow-mo or something. Let's maybe have a look at that now. And yeah, as you can see, that was a very clean over to ice pick. Probably the cleanest I've ever done one of those. Maybe doing the stick diagonally does make a difference. Let's keep testing it, just in case. I don't know, I've tried a bunch of times after that and it hasn't worked again, so maybe it was just complete luck that that happened. Let's try a stall. Yeah, great. If only I'd turned a little bit more at the end. We get something down. No, we cannot. Okay, a little bit better. I do wish G-turns were maybe a little bit more consistent. I do find myself struggling with those quite a bit to get them to look good. Like, I guess if it's flat, it's fine. But banks and kind of other situations, it doesn't always look all that great. Okay, super dumb trick. And kind of hard to do on this specific thing. But if you time it just right, you can do T-bogs as a stall. That was a bad example. I actually have another clip which maybe I could put in that shows it off better at the 100 star park. But yeah, kind of an example of some of the crazy stuff you can pull off with this game, especially with a nolew mod. Maybe some of this stuff will be implemented into the game as well. The experimental builds have bails off as well. Maybe, well, I'm assuming that won't be there for the whole time because it kind of breaks a lot of things, especially in terms of challenges. But having that as a toggle maybe to allow some more freedom in tricks is always appreciated, I think. That's a cool little idea as well. Yeah, there's a whole ton of variations you could do with that sort of stuff. Why do I always do something really, like, stupid after the fact? Oh well. There's literally infinite ways you could do some of that stuff, I think. Yeah, ledge to ledge. What? I guess that's another thing you do as well, like down to a lower object grind from a higher place up. I don't think it locks in for the most part with that sort of stuff, so you have to do it manually. Okay, we didn't need that at the end. Maybe it does work, because it did seem to lock on pretty well. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that manually, because that seems like a lot to get right. Oh dear, I didn't realise that was grass. Okay, maybe it does lock in. So that's kind of interesting. Those sort of combos, doable as well. I was trying to clear the ledge at the end. Again, a lot of this stuff is really fiddly, so you need to really spend a bit of time to finesse it to get it to look good. But still, it is an option. Yeah, like theoretically, you can get that stuff to work. So I would recommend giving it a go. Because especially with 3 layers of this, there's so many different combinations you could get to, I think. Also, thinking about it, ledge to ledge at a 90-degree angle as well. Okay, maybe a little harder than expected. Or you just go over it completely. I guess I don't want this to make it look like the game's not very good or that most stuff you try doesn't work. It's mostly because I'm doing really weird stuff and kind of like manipulating the different angles to do stuff most people probably don't even bother trying. You can get it in the end for the most part. It's always been the way with these sort of games, but if you just want to do more regular tricks, you can have a good time for the most part. It's just you got to be a bit of a weirdo like me to encounter these problems for the most part, because who else is doing this stuff? Is at times like this, I can't tell if keeping RB down makes a difference or not. I had it held down the whole time, which is super awkward, especially if using the triggers as well. But I did get it in the end, so that's kind of nice. Oh, G-turns. I don't know, that time I kept it held down and then it still stuck the whole time, so I don't know if you can really guarantee what's going to happen for the most part. That's kind of nice. Also, like sliding off of feebles and stuff like that tends to happen quite a bit. I guess Actually, we could approach it from this angle. See if we can just do like a 90 degrees something to the ledge and ride down. Or you could go directly over and gap to those ledges there. There's so many options. Definitely works. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I was trying to do it grind down as well, but that wasn't working too well for me. So like grind the second one down to grind to the first one and then off, but it seems quite hard. Sweet. I was curious if 360s would work, because you get a bit of height, so hopefully you could lock in like the grind you want to do afterwards. It may work, I'm not sure. I did kind of get feeble for just a second. I also really like downside whips with like a little pivot out on the back wheel. It works better going up, but yeah. Sweet. You do have to get it pretty precise. Actually, if you turn the spin assist on, I wonder what happens with that stuff. Actually, yeah, that does work. If the 360 has enough time to complete and kind of think about the next step, it does seem to allow you to put in the next input, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, definitely works. Nice. We learned something new today. Sweet. Pretty precision. Okay, we don't need that end bit. Somehow manages to stop completely, even though he's leaning over, which is kind of impressive, but fine, I'll take it. Nice little double grind set up there as well. What was that? You can also do stuff like that as well. Like, not difficult or anything, but you do get a little gap there. You could maybe do the gap to rail as well. Not moving. Not quite the grind I was expecting. Never ever forget to bonk. That's also an option at all times. It's part of the rulebook. He actually got onto a rail ride, and that wasn't me like holding down the triggers or anything either. That was like pure luck. Sometimes that happens. You get like a crazy coincidence. How wild is that? There we go. Got a grind. I'm aware of this being kind of a simple looking spot, and it's just me being a crazy person doing weird stuff the whole time, so I don't want to make it too long or too boring, I don't think. I don't know. Let me know. Do you actually like this sort of thing? Does it give you ideas, or is it just a crazy person doing crazy things and you're wondering what's going on? To be fair, I wonder what's going on sometimes as well. The ledge to ledge action as well. Little ledge to ledge action as well. guess this just goes to show, like, the combinations are infinite. The game, well, it's definitely jank at times, and it probably doesn't help that I use the nolew mod. I could turn that off, actually. I'm not really doing anything that needs it. Just to get the... I don't know, I should probably try and figure out ways to utilise it a bit more. But, you know, I do like having my options open. And for the most part, I just reject anything that looks crap anyway. So as long as you don't mind and you're not that into seeing bales more than anything, I guess it's fine. But yeah, I could literally try my best to get everything on this and I'd still never be even like 1% of the way there. It's just limited by how much time and creativity you have, I think. And also kind of the limitations of the game at the minute, like G-turns, please. Hang fives. As far as I know, they are coming in, but we just don't know when. And also the way the tricks flow together as well. That's going to be a big change. If you haven't played the experimental build yet, X-ups are going to be huge. So it's kind of always evolving. And by the time I up this, things will probably have changed again, to be honest. It's an ever-evolving thing. It's hard to keep up sometimes. But that's kind of why I do this channel. Both for myself, just to be creative and have an outlet, and also to keep people informed, because yeah, it's a lot to keep up with, to be fair. Ah, I wanted to go back to a manual. Oh well. Maybe just reverse. Sweet. There you go, triple smith. Do I have the assist on? Spin assist. I don't know if that makes a difference actually, but yeah, it did lock on a little bit, which helped me because that would probably be more or less impossible, or it'd take you forever to do it manually. So those assists can help at times. It depends how it looks, I guess, and what you're going for. Damn, third to the first. Ah, he bumped. Kind of a dumb one, but fun. Let's just pretend it's extremely smooth, maybe. You know what? I think I will leave it there. I do want to be conscious of not boring everybody to death, because it is a fairly kind of monotone area with not a lot going on. I do try to keep it interesting, like trying as many tricks and different things out, but I think it does have its limitations sometimes. Okay, let's do one more. Reverse. Line it up. Which way? Okay, that looked terrible. But fair enough. It was a spot I wanted to cover. And it's just, yeah, one way I wanted to do one of these spot session videos. I should probably just focus down even more on a single thing. Make it slightly shorter, easier to watch, maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you think about these sort of videos. What type of spots you want to see. If you want me to focus really hardcore like this, or be a bit more varied. I don't know. Let me know. I do want to keep it focused on this main map, because while there is a lot of good mod maps out there, like people saying that they're bored of this map already, it does make me wonder if they're actually fully utilizing this map or not, because I don't feel like I've scratched the surface at all. But everybody has their own way of playing, so there's no right or wrong, really. Anyway, plenty more to come. Please like, subscribe, all the other stuff. Thank you for all your support over these last few weeks since the game was released. My channel is doing a lot better than it used to, so that is a nice thing. So yeah, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Anyway, enough talk. I'll see you next time.